certain things and they're still operating in this society, but you got the peons, they operate in this society, but they have no clue what's about to go down.
You know, I always like the movie Titanic because they were so proud building that boat, and then it got brought down, whichever way it got brought down, icebergs, whatever it was. The point is it got brought down, man. Okay? And this kingdom is so proud. You know how they say too big to fail? There's that saying, but it's gonna fail, man. It doesn't matter how big it is. Okay, it doesn't matter where around the world. Scriptures say that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, pursuant to Job 9, right? But the earth is gonna be taken out of the hand of the wicked, man. And it's gonna be put into the hand of the righteous.
That's right.
Go on, bro.
Amos 5:18, and it says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, as if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him."
Yeah, but hey, we were reading earlier, you gotta sleep with one eye open. Everything that you do, now remember, you ain't gonna be able to make right judgments in that time unless the Lord's dealing with you. Because why? Because you're gonna be hormones are all out of balance, you're gonna be thirsty, hungry, grumpy, lack of sleep. You got people bothering you, might be family there, might have a woman nagging you.
Dehydrated, wounded.
Dehydrated, might be wounded, disease, festering.
That happened in that hurricane. We had the Jake, and he was talking about how he was wounded and he wasn't able to take care of his son anymore, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, that happens all the time, man. It's a survival of the fittest, man. Dog eat dog. When you're out there, if you one of the worst things is having to look after a family at that time. After young ones. The Lord's really got to be with you, man.
Yeah.
You got, they can't run as fast. You got to carry them.
Yeah.
Okay. They might make noises. They're scared, right? They got to stay quiet. Stay quiet, son. Stay quiet. And he's make, you know. And the Lord's really got to put the spirit to protect you through that, man.
Yeah.
You know. So that's ain't no light thing. Okay, it's actually going to be the elect, it's going to be a miracle, man. It's going to be it's going to be something, it's not something you can just quantify, some carnal thing, like if I do this, then I can get away with that. That's why, all that bug out bag shit, forget all that shit, man. The Lord can bring birds down and feed you like he has done in the prophets.
Miracles.
All the miracles, man.
Yeah.
Miraculous things are going to happen. Guys are going to might come out with guns and then suddenly they start getting heart attacks. They might start clicking and guns jam. My guns jam. My guns jam. What about your gun? You know, and then they might get guys with machetes might come out and start cutting them up, and you're just there watching it. You're like, I better get out of here. You know, things can happen, man.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, an angel can come down.
Yeah.
Bro, let's get real.
I was just about to.
And an angel can come down.
Yeah.
Right. And the guy's standing here. He's about to shoot you. The angel come down and fucking flatten that guy, man.
Yeah.
You can flatten him, man. The guy's crushed on the floor, man. That's what. And the angel might look at you and go back up, man. That can happen, man. Okay.
Yeah, flatten the guy, then take you and your family, teleport you somewhere else.
That's right.
Hey, vehemently. Hey, because that's what happened to Habakkuk.
That's right.
You know, with Daniel in the lion's den, man. You know, he was hungry. Hey, so what? The angel grabbed him by his hair, and he would look, man. Yo, go feed Daniel. You done that, cool. Put him back, man. You know.
And the Lord might do that, man. You might have, you got two members of the elect, one brother. You might have come across some food. And then you're thinking, why is there so much food here? An abundance of food, right?
Yeah.
You take what's, because you can only eat as much as good for you, right? You might be hungry, starving, you ain't eating 2 days. You're eating that bread, okay? You're eating that bread, you got bare bread left over, you put it in your pockets. All of a sudden, the angel's moving to a brother that's on the verge of death. He's there, you give him the food, give him the water. You know, brother, you know, in ancient movies, you know, he's just drinking the water, just dribbling over his, hey, man, that's how it's going to be in that time, man. It's gonna take miracles.
We're gonna be tested, man.
We're gonna be tested, man.
It says the righteous shall scarcely make it.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, and that's the righteous. And how much these two fair motherfuckers, man?
Yeah, the Lord's gonna look after his men.
What shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
Can't.
Woo, man. I got something for you, bro.
What were we reading just now?
Amos.
Let's keep reading.
Yeah. Finishing up Amos 5:18.
Right.
Or back in 19 now. Or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall.
Oh, he finally thought he got away. What did he get away from? Was it a lion or a bear?
A bear met him.
Right, a bear met him. Now bears are ferocious, man, and bears are fast. Bears can run you down. So you finally go away from the bear. He's panning things out because he had to outrun the bear, right? He might have tricked the bear, right? He might have went into a building. Now he's like, can you read him, bro?
Yep. It says, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall.
On the wall, right? So he's there, he's looking out for the bear. Where's the bear? He's leaning the hand on the wall, resting. Keep going, bro.
And a serpent bit him.
A serpent, there might be a serpent there. You know, like in the movies, you always see it. The serpents always come out. The serpents aren't just hanging around. Whenever the guy's just hanging, they always show that movie Indiana Jones. The serpent just comes out of nowhere, slithering. might be a poisonous, a venomous a serpent, okay? And it bit him, man. Now, oh, you fuck now, because you just got bit by a venomous serpent. And that serpent is under duress, okay? It's under duress because we're in the time of that war. Even animals are going to be like, it's under duress. And when an animal is under duress, what does it do? It's going to put its fangs in you, man, because it thinks that you're coming for it, okay? Because you put your hand on it, it's going to be, what the fuck, what's touching me? It's going to bite you, man, okay? Now you got venom, okay? You're going to go out in 15 minutes and whether you can find some antidote, and you ain't going to find no antidote, man, okay? So you're going to be watch it in the movies. Get his shirt, rip it around. That ain't going to help you, man. You're going to be out, man, okay? Keep going, bro.
It says, verse 20, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light?
It's going to be darkness and it ain't going to be light. Okay, keep going, bro.
And it says, even very dark and no brightness in it.
That's right, man. You know, a lot of bad things happen in darkness, man. Okay? When there's no light being spread, man. That's why they always say, whenever crime occurs and it happens in the daytime, they say, in broad daylight? You know? Because that's unheard of, you know? Most things happen at night, man. Hey, the whole place is going to be in darkness, man. Okay?
I've got something for you.
Yeah, let's go, man.
Real quick, because you spoke about the serpent.
Right.
All right, and the scripture says, what, Romans 15:4, that the things that are written before time are written for our learning, right? That's right.
That's right, let's go.
Acts 28 and 3.
See, now you might be a member of the elect, and the Lord might test you. Might have that happen to same thing happen to you, but look what it's we're gonna see now. Brother, brought it out. Beautiful. Go on, bro.
And when Paul had gathered a bundle of sticks and laid them on the fire, there came a viper out of the heat and fastened on his hand.
Damn, out of the heat. Out of the heat. And fastened on his hand, man. You know, gripped onto it. Keep going, bro.
Yep. Yeah, because you know when them fangs dip in, boy.
Yeah.
You know that they start excreting that poison. Yeah. And it says.
I'll say another thing, right? In that time, see, knowledge is power as well, man. You know that when a snake bites you, okay, venom, the way that venom works is it works differently to poison. That animal can choose whether to excrete that venom into you or not. It can be a dry bite, right? So even if you know that, you know the difference between, if you've been studying, you might know the difference between a dry bite and a poisonous bite. The Lord might have even done that to test you. Right? If you didn't know that, it's dry bites, so you're thinking, oh, you start panicking, oh, venom, you're losing your cool. But if you're thinking, look, man, it beat you, you're thinking, you know, and you're just thinking, oh, the Lord's got me, man. You know, go on, bro. That's right.
And when the barbarians saw the venomous beast hang on his hand.
Right, so imagine Paul there, man. You know, he's just getting sticks.
Yeah. He just been shipwrecked.
Paul's been through things, man. Yeah. I don't know if this is before or after he
had just been shipwrecked in this particular one.
Bro, so Paul had already been through some stuff, man. So then remember, barbarians are rough. Barbarians are looking at Paul like, yo, this guy is rough, you know. Right? He's just standing, but imagine he's standing there, he's probably standing there with the thing still biting him and hanging off him. You know, tangling his tail and all that going, bro.
Yep. They said among themselves, no doubt this man is a murderer, whom, though he have escaped the sea, yet vengeance suffereth not to live.
Yeah, so now they're thinking, yeah, they got him. It's got him. He's dead.
He's done now.
He's dead, because they probably
got shipwrecked.
Because remember, they lived on that land.
Yeah,
so they were used to the animals around there. So they probably had bear people that were bit and they died from that venom. Keep going, bro.
Yeah, and it says, and he shook off the beast into the fire and felt no harm.
Bro, he was just there like, he probably like thinking it's a miracle. He didn't felt no harm, and he just like this. Just bring him back into the fire,
That's
man.
right.
You know? This is a unclean animal. You know, bring it into the fire, and he just thought, and he said he felt no harm. So he didn't feel the pain, nor did he feel like, you know,
shook it off.
You know, he didn't feel like, you know how you got temperature. You know, you start feeling a bit faint, going white. You know, someone might see you, bro, you're losing colour in your face. You know, all that shit, blood in your face. None of that, man. He felt no harm. Keep going, bro.
Verse 6, it says, howbeit they looked when he should have swollen or fallen down dead suddenly. But after they...
he should have swollen.
Yeah.
So they used to see
the symptoms.
They used to see the symptoms. But they didn't see... They were watching them marveling. They're sitting there, it's like...
Probably like...
This guy ain't swollen. This guy ain't swelling nothing.
Yeah.
And Apostle Paul's probably just sitting there with a fire. Keep going, bro. Remember, he was making a fire. Keep going, bro.
But after they had looked a great while and saw no harm come to him.
A great while, a large amount of time went past. I was like, yo, nothing's happened to this guy. Keep going, bro.
No harm come to him.
Right.
They changed their minds.
Right.
And said that he was a god.
That's right. A power, man.
Yeah, a power.
You know, people are gonna see certain things in that time, man. When the elect are out there, okay, they're gonna be sitting and watching you, you know,
Yep.
and things happen,
Marveling.
marveling, man. There's miracles are gonna be happening.
It says it should be known who my chosen are, man.
That's right.
You're gonna see it that day, man. You're gonna feel like dickheads, you know? Real dickhead.
Yeah.
You know, and you're gonna remember all that stuff you were saying and shit, man.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna be quaking. You know, and we're gonna be smiling.
That's right. That's right.
Grin to grin like the Chester Cat, man. We're gonna be smiling at you, man. Waiting to get our hands on you, man. You know?
That's right.
This is Psalms 34 and 19. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, delivereth him out of them all.
Read that again, brother.
Psalms 34 and 19. Many are the afflictions of the righteous,
Many of the afflictions of the righteous, keep going.
but the Lord delivereth him out of them all.
The Lord's gonna deliver the elect out of all, man. He's gonna deliver the righteous, man, out of all these different things that are coming, man. Okay? And we just read different accounts of how you can go out, man, in that day. Okay? But the Lord's gonna deliver the righteous out of all of it. Is that on that? Alright, let's go back to Ezra's, bro.
2nd Ezra 15, verse
Man should desire to go in the city, go from there.
17. A man should desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Right, he might have to go into the city because he might have, you know, there might be lack of resources out there. Okay? You know, the local cities ain't giving out or whatever. So now he has to go into the city, but he can't because the martial law troops have cut it off. Okay? They've cut it off. He's driving up there, he sees the military vehicles and he thinks, fuck that, I'm going back. Right? So he might desire to go into the city, but he's unable. Now he's got to take the other routes. Okay, and then when you're going through the other routes that aren't controlled by the troops, now you got guys that are hungry that want to take your shit. Okay, now you got citizens that are irate, hungry, and they want to
no
take
man's
your shit.
land,
It's
basically.
no man's land. And he's going to actually go on to explain that. Keep going, bro.
For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses. Can't. I'll read that again. Verse 18. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So you're gonna guess what, man? You're gonna be finding abandoned houses. Yeah, it's all gonna be raided down, destroyed. People gonna be held hostages under basements, getting raped. You know, shortage of food, ration, having shotguns and shit like that, and blowing people's heads off, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a scary sight.
Some people are going to group up, man.
Yeah.
Okay. You got Satanists out there, man. Cannibals. They're going to group up and be able to fulfill their wicked desires, man. And they're going to get together, man, and they're going to start to fulfill that. You might see a guy sitting by a fire with 4 other guys, and you know he might be eating a man's leg, roasted, man. And I've seen that. I've seen that in the TV show. Shalom.
Yeah.
I don't know what TV show it was. It might have been Walking Dead. Yeah, where they fed the guy's own leg to him. The guy woke up, his leg was missing, and he wanted to eat some of this. Is good. It was his own leg, man, roasted. Walking Dead, right? Yeah.
Or what do you call it? You might be looking for someone, you ain't found them, you see that, and you're like, shit, I recognize the tattoo on that leg. You realize it's someone you used to know, man.
Hey, you got me questioning everything that day, man. You know, you questioning everything. I remember there was a movie, The Book of Eli. When they're trying to hide from the guys that are coming for them, and then they find that old Edomite couple out in the middle of nowhere, and the guy's been eating they're eating human flesh, right? And they're there like, oh, they eat human flesh.
Yeah. But I was thinking about is in that scene where he actually had protection. Because what was it? The husband, he takes him outside to show the graveyards, all the graveyards,
Right.
and then that's when Eli's like, okay, we best dip from it.
Yeah.
Right, but then what does the wife say to him? Why did you show them?
Right.
Why did you show them? Right, so you could say the spirit was put on them on that old man
So not go that.
to show him first, so that Eli can be like, cool, hey,
got
we
the
need to
warning.
go. He got the
So
warning.
it's like a sign. The Lord's going to do that as well.
Exactly.
The Lord's going to give signs and he's going to warn. He's going to warn, man. Something might happen. You might think, okay, we're going to go down this way. Okay, and a boulder might crash and block your path. You weren't meant to go down that way. Now you take another route. You know, come on, bro.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
Hey, man, so you're at no man's land. Or you might be in the house. Right? You might think, okay, I'm going to do like a siege. I might just wait this one out. You know, you got your cans of soup and all that. Hey, man, what's it going to say? A guy's going to come with a machete or a gun or whatever, machine gun. Okay? He's gonna come into your place and he's gonna fuck you up. He's gonna take your shit. Keep going, bro.
but shall destroy their houses with the sword.
No pity, man. You know why? Because he ain't gonna be thinking in that day about pity upon you. There ain't no one to stop him. His family probably. He got family. Or himself. He's gonna be thinking about his own belly. People think about their own belly anyway. Okay? When people are hungry, man, the first thing they think about is their own belly. It's very rare that someone thinks about, you know, honor and all these kind of things, man. That's why the Lord tested Israel. Remember when Gideon was taking them up to the water? You see you saw the ones that basically acted like animals and the ones that actually held some integrity, even though they were being marched for days. You know, they're probably thirsty and all that when they saw that lake. So it takes a certain integrity to move a certain way, man. And that's why the knowledge and the wisdom are going to be the stability of the times. And that's why you're going to see the way that the elect are going to move in that day, man. Because they're going to trust in Yahweh Hashem and Shai.
True.
Keep going, bro.
And spoil the goods. Because
You're going to spoil the goods because why? Because of lack of what?
and it says because of lack of bread
Yeah, lack of bread, famine, man. Keep going, bro.
and for great tribulation.
Great tribulation, man. There's going to be tribulation all around, man. Destruction all around. Keep going, bro.
Behold, saith the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Lebanus, to turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them.
All these different rulerships, man. When Yahushua returns, all they're going to be able to do is only bow. Okay? They're going to send their armies, what's remaining of their armies to them, to the Lord. And the Lord ain't going to lift up no weapon, man. All he's going to do is just, the laser beam's going to come out, buzz them up until there's nothing left but dust and smell of smoke, man.
That's right.
Okay? When Ezra saw that in the vision, he was afraid, right? And he saw that in a vision. Now imagine when that actually happens, man. The amount of fear that's going to drop on his people, man. Come on, bro.
And it says,
Any more than that? We can jump down to, we can go to 16. You got anything? Yeah, let's read that.
Second
Chapter
Ezra
16,
9 from 10.
Time structure. And also hold me Revelation 13 by the shot. Go on, bro.
Second Ezra 9 and 10.
Right.
I'm gonna lead down. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have lost my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet the press of repentance was open unto them, understood not.
Hey, the clock is ticking, man. Time's
Romans
running out.
13:11.
Okay? The place of repentance is now. This is the time for you to repent. Okay? Before the evil days draw near, man. All these things that we're telling you, okay, they're not happening right now in England, but they're coming very soon.
They're coming.
They're coming very soon. Hey, when you start to see the telltale signs of the destruction of a kingdom, you see it, what is it? It implodes from the inside, man. Okay? All these things that we name, we say the streets, the stores closing, you know, they're making plans with the troops, okay? Over in New York, what do? They made it mandatory, right, for children that are going to school that you got to get the flu jab, the vaccines. Now, that might seem like a small thing to people. Someone might read that and think, so what? You know, it's good for them. That's what they think in their ignorance. But a man that knows is going to know what? That's alluding to the similar thing as a scripture, as a chip. Because what does it say in Revelation 13? Let's get that. Revelation 13, let's get that. Let's get a chip. Yeah. What does it say in Revelation 13? And this is another major prophecy that has to come to pass, man. Come on, bro.
Revelation 13:16, and he causeth all, both small and great.
He causeth all, both small and great. This thing's going to be made mandatory that we're about to read, man. Okay? Just saying the same way they got the children mandatory vaccines, it's going to be mandatory to survive and function in the society. Keep going, bro.
Rich and poor.
When all these things are going down, when things are getting worse and worse, the solution that this devil's going to give is the chip. So that's why when the chip comes and it's made mandatory, things are going to move real quick, man. That's when that World War III is going to crescendo. Go on, bro.
Free and bond,
Right?
to receive a mark in their right hand.
So pretty much everyone, man, is going to go receive this mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, that doesn't mean that just in your right hand and foreheads. That's what the vision that John saw, man. Okay, it can be in the hands. People were lining up, and that's how they were doing. They're coming to the chipping stations and getting chipped by the military, man. Keep going, bro.
Or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell.
Oh, so it's a transactional thing. Now the word mark there goes into the word charagma, which means a thing inserted, man. And if you go deeper into the root word, charax, it means a palisade or a stake, something that's stabbed in. Okay? Now when you see that men are getting chipped, when you watch a video of people getting chipped on the internet and all that, man, how are they getting chipped? They got the little injection machine, the little injection, and then they inject it into the person's hand or whatever. of the chip, which is about the size of a grain, and that's it. That's the RFID implant, which is the mark of the beast, man. You know, keep going, bro.
Or the name of the beast,
Yeah.
or the number of his name.
That's right, man. So it's a transactional thing. Now, when you have this mark, okay, when you have this RFID, then you're gonna have to be able, you're gonna be able to function within the confines of the society that this man's gonna set up after this destruction. Okay. Remember, the Georgia Guidestones say what? 500, keep the population below 500 million. What do you think Bill Gates is all about?
Yeah.
You know, so-called curing polio.
Yeah.
Okay. What he talks about is depopulation, man. He's saying the population of the Earth is too much, bro.
But you always gonna remember, how will he be able to know how many people there are now? If there has to be some kind of tracking device for all live births, man.
That's right.
Right? Otherwise, that means, like, oh wait, no, we got too many people alive at the moment.
Hey man, when you listen, that's why cluster bombs, even though they would be still being set off, that's why they were so-called banned, right? Because when you have like cluster bombs or I call them area of effect abilities. You know, anyone that's played no video games, you know about that. Area of effect abilities, okay? Now, disease warfare is an area of effect transitional thing, okay? If you've got a densely populated area like London, I'm gonna give one example. Go to Oxford Street where we used to teach, yeah? Give the disease to one person there. Let him start coughing.
Yeah.
There's so many people there, it will spread like wildfire, man. The whole fucking hundreds of thousands of people within minutes will get this disease.
The tube.
The tube. They're gonna have
network.
the tube. Disease warfare, man, and that's coming. That's why there's gonna be mass depopulation, man. Go on, bro.
Yeah, I got Ezra, isn't it? Second
Yeah,
Ezra.
go on.
So second Ezra, chapter 16. I'll start from 17. Woe is me! Woe is me! Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish.
And everything we've been talking about for the last, however long since we started camp, man, is pretty much all the different ways of destruction, all the different things that are coming to this earth, because the scriptures talk about that. It's important to speak about that, man. Okay, everything's not all hunky dory. Okay, destruction's coming, man. So people can keep going to these churches and getting lulled to sleep. You can keep believing in these different idols. You can keep worshiping Esau. But ultimately, man, this destruction's coming. So you either got to get down with the program of Yahweh Shemiel Shai or get destroyed. Okay.
Tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness.
They ain't going to turn from their wickedness, man. Okay? Because there's certain of our people that are set up for destruction, man. Okay? But the heathen ain't going to turn from their wickedness anyway, because they're the heathen, they're not the righteous. Okay? So there's going to, most of this, Jake is Israelites, okay? The nation of Israel is a big nation, okay? The elect is a small number. Everyone outside of the elect is a mass multitude of death and destruction, man, in all different types and manners of ways.
Nor be always mindful of the scourges.
Right.
Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth.
Yeah, we were reading that earlier. Keep going.
But they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Yeah, because they can get the good deals, budget deals. Keep going, bro. They're gonna think that things are getting maybe even better, cheaper. Keep going, bro.
And then shall evils grow upon the earth.
Yeah.
Sword, famine, and great confusion.
Evils are gonna grow upon the earth, man. Because you know why? Because sin just keeps multiplying, man. Sin upon sin. Because the sinful man is in rulership right now, the wicked man. So they ain't gonna stop. It's not gonna get better. That's why Babylon couldn't be healed, man. It's not gonna be healed. Okay? It's not gonna get better. It's not gonna traverse. This man is not gonna wake up one day and say, how am I gonna make things right? Let's start working. Let's do a 1,000-year plan and start making things right. They ain't gonna do that, man. This man is a man of death, as it says in Habakkuk.
Oh, that's right. But even still, what was that guy? Antiochus? One of them. Basically, after he had done off pissing the Lord off, what did the Lord do? The Lord basically smote him, gave him that incurable stench, right, that disease. And what was he then trying to do? He was trying to get right with the Lord.
But he can't. All he knows is wickedness, man. You know? It's not sincere. Come on, bro.
That's it. I'll end it with, and it says, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword.
So many people are going to get taken up by the famine, man.
Yeah.
The lack of bread, the lack of water, all of that, man. The famine. But he says the ones that aren't going to get taken up by the famine, go on, bro.
shall the sword destroy.
The sword's going to destroy it. What's the ultimate form of that sword? The thermonuclear war, man.
That's right.
Missiles, man. So yeah, some people have got. Some people, it's too much for them to die from just not eating food, man. Nah, the Lord's got a special death design for them. He's got a missile ready for them, man.
Yep.
They're gonna get to see that missile coming towards them, and then just the imminent no escape. The feeling of dread. You know, the imminent. You know an imminent feeling of death. I'll give you an example. A guy that jumps off a higher building. Okay, until he's jumped off, it's all good. Once he's jumped off and he ain't got no parachute, the inevitability of his death is before him. It's inevitable. There's nothing else. That's what it's going to be like when you see a missile coming through the sky, coming towards you. Because you don't be able to hide under the tree. You know what I mean?
You're gonna look at it until you die.
It's not like an ostrich. They're saying ostrich. See, ostriches, what they do when they think that there's some kind of danger, they put their head into the sand. You know, whether they keep say cool or danger, or whatever. And I always thought that was funny growing up because I thought, it thinks that it's gonna get away from the danger, but it's not.
So nobody's still out.
That's right. These people are gonna be out here. You might think, okay, it's a missile. You might run into a building, man. It's just gonna get flattened, man. A building's gonna dissolve along with your body.
That's right.
You know. Yeah, go on, bro.
Joel 2 and 6. Before their face, the people shall be
Just
much
read from-
pain. All faces shall gather blackness. This is Joel 2 and 6.
Oh, this is the same point.
The war's on his way, so I guess
Before their face, the people shall be much pain.
I need to.
All faces shall gather blackness.
That's right, man.
one
Face will gather blackness, man. Because guess what? You're gonna be void of what to do. Yeah? There's no escape. You're just looking at your destruction coming forth. Can you imagine that sight? A nuclear missile right in your face, at full speed, full charge, and there's no way you can run. These people out here are not ready for that, man. Yeah? Inescapable destruction, man. Inevitable. Go on.
They shall learn like mighty men. Joel 2 from the top. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion.
That's right, man. Blow you the trumpet in Zion, man. Zion is a monument, man, and we represent that monument. They're the children of Israel. Yahshua Allah, he is a prince of the power, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanics, man. As you can see on this board over here, and those that are scattered, through Bible prophecy, the curses that be upon us for a sign and wonder in Deuteronomy 28. The characteristics that in the scriptures that reveal us, man. Ain't those so-called Jews running the world, the entertainment industry, the multimedias, all these major corporations, man. They're not in trouble. They're not in distress. Rather, they're living it up, man. They're backed by the Americans, Edomites, and the British Edomites, man. Go on.
And sound an alarm in my old mountain. That all the
Yeah, alarm. That's what prophets do. We sound the alarm, we blow the trumpet. Yeah? These are instruments, a noise of what? Of warning. Yeah? Just like at your house, every house should have what? A fire alarm, just in case there's an emergency or fire. And when that smoke rises, what happens? The alarm starts beeping, giving you a warning that there's a fire in the midst of your house. And you either need to evacuate or extinguish the fire. So that's what we do in this truth, man. When we see that fire, that might be that bullshit or demonic doctrines, we extinguish it with the truth. Yeah? Because the word is what? It's known as water. And water cleanses. And water also puts out fire. Do you know what I'm saying? So the word is like an extinguisher, bro.
Okay, this is Joel 2 and 1. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion.
That's the spirit.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's the spirit. We're thinking alike then, isn't it? This is the spirit. This is Joel 2 and 1. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
That's right, the day of the Lord, man. And that day of the Lord is full of wrath. What's wrath? Destruction, man. A bad time. It ain't gonna be pretty. So what are these people, these pastors in the churches talking about? Yeah? And in fact, a lot of these people in the churches, they don't even talk about the return of the Lord. They're always talking about prospering, yeah, in this wicked kingdom. About getting that money, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but they never talk about the nasties of the scriptures, man. No, they don't. A lot of them don't want to combat those people that are standing for the LGBT community, man. You're supposed to be fighting against that.